All right, so we're ready to show you how to do another one of these geometric pattern things on one of these gradient backgrounds. So once again, I'm going to get my pen tool to draw a shape and make sure that it is on fill, none, stroke white, and I want 0.5 points on my stroke. All right, so I need to make a new layer. So I have these turned off and locked, and I'm going to go either here or here. Click new layer, and we're going to call this shape 3. Now on shape 3, what we're going to do, if you had my class before, we did something called low poly art. It's going to be very similar to that, but the triangles aren't going to be filled in, so they're just going to be outlined triangles. And it's a little bit of a trick to some of the pen tool things, so I'm going to show you how to do that. So we can just start off. Do not drag the mouse, by the way, when you click. So just click and let go, otherwise you're going to get a curve, and we don't want any curves on this. So click and let go, and just draw a triangle. And then when you get to the end, see how it makes a circle on the cursor? That means you're going to close the path. Alright, now before you draw another triangle, you cannot click on any of these points with the pen tool when it's selected. I'll show you what happens. If you do, you click on it, it makes it go away. So I'm going to undo that. What you need to do is hold down the command key or the control key and click anywhere on your window. Alright, so now it's deselected. So now if you want to draw a triangle, you can draw one without deleting any of those points. Now you do not need to, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to end the triangle right there. I don't want you guys going back over lines that are already there, because otherwise they won't line up and it's going to look messy. So once again, when you hit this wall here, just hold down the control key and click anywhere else. All right, that way you can start a new triangle. So I'm going to do that again. I'm going to click here and here and then here. Instead of keep going, see, that connected that, and that's fine, but instead of going over here and making that line again, I'm just going to hold down the control key, click off of the shapes. Alright, so just keep doing that, making a bunch of different triangles, and like I said, you don't have to close it. Once you make the first one, you don't have to close anymore. Just hold the control key and click off of the shape. So just keep doing that, make a bunch of triangles in all different shapes. Click off of it with the control key. In this case, I'm just going to make one line to close that one off, and then click off of it. Here, same thing, I can just click here, and now I'm going to hold the control key and end that path. Same with this, I'm going to click here and here, but then I'm going to click the control key off. So just practice that a little bit. It's a little tricky at first because, like I said, if you click on a path when it's already selected, like if I were to click on this now, it would just make it disappear, and you can get really messed up doing that. So I'm going to undo that. Just make sure that you never click on a path that's a point that's already selected. So if you want to keep going, just make it somewhere else. Like that. Now see, that happened, it was selected and I clicked on it. So I just want to show you, don't click on anything that's already selected unless you're trying to close it up like that. Alright, and I'm going to hold the control key and click off of it. Control off. Control off. Control off. Control off. Control off. Anyway, that's the only confusing part about it. It's pretty easy other than that, as long as you get in the habit of taking the control key and clicking off of your triangle so that you don't delete and mess up a bunch. Just takes a little bit of getting used to, but if you just keep your finger on the control key, you'll be fine. Make sure that you're ending your lines on top of another line. I'm going to zoom in. You can see that I didn't close some or hit the line very good on some of them. So if you want to go back and get your direct selection tool, you can actually click on the point and clean that up because we want this to look nice and neat. So go back and fix any points that you might have not clicked in the right spot. That all looks good. All right, now I'm going to show you, before I keep going further and further with it, I'm going to show you a way to make this go faster. You don't really need to fill the entire page with these, but I want you to fill most of the page with it. So I'm going to select all these and I'm just going to do copy, Control C, paste, Control V, and then I'm going to move it away from what I already did. And now I'm going to rotate it so it doesn't look copied and pasted. If you pull your mouse out here to the corner, you can just rotate it and then, you know, move it close to the other one so it's touching. All right, so that way you just got a bunch done really quick. And then you can go back in with your pen tool and start making new triangles and connect the new shapes that you built by copying and pasting. All right, so I want to show you how this looks now. Like I said, you don't need to do the whole page, just make at least, you know, most of it with the geometric shapes on here. So I'm going to go over here and look in presentation mode. And all right, I think that looks pretty good. So good luck with making your triangles.